Hey everybody, Ms. Dietrich here helping you on question number 6. It says, a student formed a pattern in which each term is represented by a sum. The first 4 terms of the pattern are shown below, and they give you this. So what I thought would be a good idea is I copied this part of the table, and I copied this part of the table, but I think what's a good idea is to actually figure out what the sum is. So if we were just to come up with that number, that's equal to 1. This is equal to 4. This is equal to 4 plus 5, which would be 9. And this would be equal to 4 plus the 12, which would be 16. All right, so if we look at them as whole numbers, it's going to be a lot easier. All right, so now let's take each answer choice and put it in as a function. So choice A is n squared. So if we take n, which is 1, and we square that, that's equal to 1 times 1. That's also equal to this, right? So since 1 squared is equal to 1, and that matches this, choice A so far is looking promising. But we would want to try it for each value in the table. Let's do 2 squared. 2 squared means 2 times 2. That equals 4. Since this matches this, that one's looking promising. Let's try it for the next one. We're taking the value for n, which in this case is 3, and we're squaring it. That equals 9. This matches that, so that looks promising. Let's make sure it works for the last value. If we square 4, that equals 16. And since 16 equals 16, this is looking like it's going to be a yes. But before we pick that, we would want to try the other functions. So we just tried A. Now we're going to try, this matches choice B, so we're going to put it in here. And let's go through each operation. So this means 4 times n. If we substitute in the value for n, which is 1, we get 4. Now, since 4 doesn't match 1, that's not looking like it's going to work. So we can kind of reject that one. All right, so we can erase that. We're kind of done looking at that because it already didn't work for the first one. Now let's try, this was choice B, which didn't work. This is choice C, n plus 3. So if we put it in as a function, and we substitute in the value for n, which in this case is 1, and add the 3 to it, that gives us 4. Now this doesn't match that, so we're not going to pick that one. All right, so let's look at choice D. Choice D gives us, I think that says 2 to the n. Let's see if I can make that bigger. Yeah, I guess it is a little blurry. 2 to the second power, or 2 to the n power. All right, so let's substitute in some values. If we do 2 to the first power, that means 2 is a factor 1 time. That's equal to 2. That doesn't match 1. So since this number doesn't match this one, we're not going to pick that. And now we can conclude that A has to be the answer. All right, hopefully you found this helpful.